Some 2,000 years ago, Archimedes stood on the shores of the Adriatic and said he could lift the world if he just had a place to stand. With today's modern tower cranes, overhead hoists, and mobile cranes, Archimedes could probably achieve his feat. For cranes are vital in many industrial arenas, from building bridges to moving heavy cargo from ship to shore and inside many industrial plants. They've been in use for centuries, at least from Archimedes' time, although the first standardization of safety codes weren't in place in this country until 1916. But there is no other piece of construction equipment that has the potential of causing as much damage or harming as many people as does a crane. A vast majority of crane accidents are the result of improper use by a careless or unskilled operator. And while equipment improvements and training have dramatically reduced the number of accidents as of 1990, only 2 states, New York and California, along with several Canadian provinces, require licensing of crane operators. So it's safe to say that the most important aspect of crane operation is safety. The old adage that haste makes waste is no truer than when it comes to safe crane operation. More than 50% of all mobile crane accidents and an equal number of tower crane accidents are the result of mistakes made and rushed, sloppy work done putting a crane together, readied, and placed. The use of cranes, cableways, derricks, hoists, hooks, jacks, and slings is subject to some hazard that simply can't be met by mechanical means, but only by the exercise of intelligence, care, and, perhaps most important, good old common sense and planning. While it is the operator's responsibility to ensure the safe performance of the crane, every worker should understand the basic safety requirements when working around a crane. Soil conditions, overhead obstructions, traffic, the ground slope, and type and weight of load each play a significant role in the safe operation of a crane. A 2-foot minimum clearance is needed whenever there is a danger of workers being trapped or crushed by the counterweight when the crane swings. If not, a barricade should be erected. Never ask a crane operator to let you ride a load. Riding the ball was outlawed years ago. And don't stand on a crane when it's in operation. And never walk under a load. It's just too dangerous. And it is absolutely critical that a minimum distance of 10 feet be maintained between any power line and the maximum radius of a tower crane or a hydraulic boom's reach. Power line contact is the single largest cause of fatalities associated with cranes. Not only can the operator be killed, but also any nearby worker or those handling tag lines. Remember, the operator is usually safe if he sits still and stays on the crane. It only takes a few minutes at the beginning of a shift for visual and operational checks, and they are absolutely necessary, besides being an OSHA regulation. While operators should follow manufacturer's recommendations, all components that have a direct bearing on the safety of the crane and whose status can change from day to day must be inspected. Daily inspections are the one sure way to know the complete condition of the crane. At the least, this involves inspecting the crane's guards, limit switches, warning buzzers, rigging, gauges, sheaves, footwalks, wheels, and the like. Operators should also lubricate levers and other necessary controls. Visually check for fluid leaks and welds on boom, jib, outriggers, and beams on a latticework crane. Cracked welds or flaking paint may indicate a structural weakness. In addition, replace loose bolts on a latticework boom. Don't retighten. If they're loose, there's a chance they've been stretched. Inspect all wire ropes, sheaves, drums, and hardware like hooks. All hooks that are deformed or cracked must be removed and destroyed. Finally, think safety at all times. Crane accidents don't happen. They result from equipment or human failure. Crane accidents are preventable if crane operators, riggers, supervisors, and other workers understand, believe in, and follow safe operating practices. Those practices should begin before the job ever starts with a properly engineered lift and properly chosen crane for the job. It's not too much to reach for, is it? This is Claude Akins reminding you that safety is your job too.